Hey guys, here's an explanation about the program Actively Learn that we've been using. This is a new program. Last week was the first week I have used it fully with students. Um, and so everyone is on a learning curve of this program, but I think that week one with it went really well. It's a program that our district bought us and then gave us a training on last 9 weeks. And so I decided to dive in. It is a program that is in conjunction with Canvas. So that's really nice. The link is over here to the left for all the students to see. So they would be able to click on, if they want to just click on Actively Learn. When they know that we're reading for the day, it will bring up this blue box and it says click to open Actively Learn. So they can click and open it. And then now what it does is it's going to take them to a dashboard. Their dashboard is going to be one that is specifically for the class that they're in. What you're getting ready to see is I have all my classes here, but their dashboard would look something similar to this, where they're going to see the book that they're reading and they're going to see the chapters. And as they can see, their assignment will tell them what chapters they need to read for that day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into student mode here in a second so you can see it from a student's perspective. But just so you guys can see, what I get is I get a list of the students. I get a list of the time, any notes they've taken, vocab, any times they've translated it. And then these are the questions that they're going to answer, and this is going to tell me how they're doing on it. I can also go into grading here and I can grade all the students' questions that way as well. So this is kind of what I'm seeing as they're doing it. Now I'm going to pretend like I'm a student. So I'm going to switch over to student mode. And so this is kind of what your student would see. It's going to show them how many, like, they've answered these because there's nothing that says they have unanswered questions. But on chapters like this one says they have 11 unanswered questions. So you're going to be able to see, they're going to be able to be notified as soon as they get in the program if they haven't finished the questions for that chapter. So they'll be able to click in. And what they're able to do is they're able to read the passage, and then it stops them and asks them a question about it. And if it's an answer, like an open-ended answer, they would be able to type their answer here. Okay, then they can hit submit. And automatically, then it unlocks the next part. And now here's a multiple choice type answer. So it's asking them what kind of figurative language is used in paragraph 7. So they're able to go back up to paragraph 7 and read it and decide which part of figurative language. Now, here's the deal with this. What they can do if they answer their question and then they decide that they want to revise it, they want to make it better, they can hit this revise answer and it's going to send me a notification immediately that they've asked to revise their answer. Later, once they get their grade, which I'm going to show you that in a second, once they see kind of what I have told them about their answer, if they want to change it to try and get a better grade, they can hit this and request it. And then I'll unlock it and they can revise it. So here it's asking them about their paragraphs. Now I've told them this to get the paragraph numbers to show up on the side. All they have to do, go up here, is hit this TNT settings. And down here, it talks about paragraph numbering, and they can turn it on or off. And I ask them to all turn it on because the questions I try and do with paragraph numbers if I can. So then they would decide what kind of figurative language. So they would submit their answer, and it immediately tells them with multiple choice if they're right or wrong and what the correct answer was. And so then it unlocks the next part, and then you can see that there's another question. So then I'm going to show you the teacher side of what happens. So they're going through, they're answering the question. And as you can see, the open-ended questions, they can revise. The multiple choice questions, they cannot revise. That's a one-time only. And the reason I do it that way is because on the EOG, they're only going to get one shot. So I want multiple choice to be kind of a one shot. They need to go back and look and really try and find the answer. Open ended is kind of them explaining their thoughts, making connections, digging a little bit deeper in the text to find the answer there. And so, what it looks like on my end as they're doing this, okay, what I'm able to do now, the kids will get notifications as they're doing it. They don't have to, exit out or anything. I'm just doing that to show you my side. So, I would be able to go back in to my class and it's going to tell me right here how many I have that haven't been graded. So, it automatically on my side shows me that I have something to grade. And in here, you're going to be able to see, here's my answer. And in real time, I can see here that Lene is waiting for me to grade question 1 because it's gray, and question 2 would be green. It also tells me up here how many I have graded. Okay, so I can click on this and I'm going to go to my student who has done their work. Lene has done her work. And right here, it's going to say, that she needed to answer it. It gives me the date, it gives me the time. Now, I can give her different points depending on what the answer is. So, 0, they didn't get the right answer. Incomplete, they answered part of the question, but maybe not the whole question. Basic is they're giving me like 1 to 5 words and it's not really that in depth. Proficient is they've restated the question and given me a correct answer. And advanced is they have restated it, given me the correct answer, and told me what paragraphs they found the answer in. So they're all array of points. 0 is 0 points, incomplete is 5 points, basic is 7 points, proficient is 9 points, and advanced is 10 points. So I could say, their answer is incomplete, and I could put that here, and I can leave them feedback here. You did not give me enough textual evidence or something, whatever my response is to what they wrote. Okay, so this would be that, and I can see that they haven't responded to the rest of them. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you the student side of this. I'm going to switch back to my student mode. I'm going to hit proceed. And here you can see that the number answered is now 9 instead of 11. And you can see here that I have a notification from my teacher. And it says, Ms. Kuhn graded question 1 and what grade they got and my comment. They can click on it. It will take them to that question. It will tell them what their answer is, what my response is, and they can say, you know what, I want to revise my answer. I want to go back. So now I have been sent a notification on my end that they would like to revise their answer. So then on my end, what I can see, it pops up in 2 places for me. So no matter where I am, going to see it. As you can see now, on the teacher side, I have a 1, which means I have a student who has asked me for a revision. They want to revise some of their answers. So I'm able to go back in here and I'm able to say, hey, Lene tells me she wants to revise her answer. I can go in here and I can say approve. And they will get a chance to answer their question. And then I can come in and put proficient here. They retook their answer. I love their answer. They're proficient. And when I go back in as a student, so the student side of it is going to see that they now have, they'll have a notification from Ms. Kuhn, one that I graded it proficient, and they got a notification that they could revise it. And then that they can mark all as read and they can keep going. They see their grade there, all of that. And so they can keep going that way. They can also see their assignment data here with the questions they've answered, the grade they've given. They can see the comment that I left if they want to. So they can do that. They can see any class discussions, how many words they've looked up, what their percent is for their progress, how many minutes they've been reading, how many questions they've answered, average word count. I mean, there's just a bunch here that of data that they can see that is just for them. Also, within their evidence, they're going to, once they have gone through the question, they're going to be able to see their other peers' answers as well. But the peers show up as anonymous, they do not show up as the students' names. So if I go into the first chapter we did together, they're going to see, when I get to an open-ended question, they're going to see here that 13 of their classmates responded, and they can see and they can look through what their peers also said about that question, which I also really enjoy. So this is the program we're using. And I really enjoy it. As you can see here, as a student, I have like 6 things my teacher has showed me about my answers. And I can just hit mark all as read. I can see all my assignment data. Here, I can see my overall question progression at 48%. So, yep. I hope that this is helpful to explain this program to you guys, and that you have kind of a better understanding of what your students are doing. Students, hopefully if you watch this, you're going to have a better understanding of what I'm doing on my end while you are reading sometimes. So hope this helps. Let me know if you have any other questions.